Hi there, Shawn Muir. Excited to be here to talk to you about Dell Cloud technologies and our direction. So we as a company, 80% of our scientists and our researchers are now dedicated to cloud and software. So that just goes to show you how seriously we as a company are taking this. Our Dell Cloud technology is focused on the ability to manage a fully software-defined ecosystem on any cloud, anywhere, with using any application. And that's a pretty bold statement, but believe it or not, we're already there. I'm going to show you how we got there. And this is completely aligned with industry analysts and what they're saying. In fact, these analysts are also agreeing that in order to successfully deliver digital services, data, that you have to do so using a multi-cloud environment, and that includes an on-prem presence. In fact, 92% of respondents that ESG's hybrid cloud tipping point survey found that the cloud strategies that are being successfully deployed are doing so using an on-prem premise. 93% of those are using multi-clouds. Navigating these clouds has never been more complex as you introduced multiple clouds. It's caused operational silos, complexity, and of course it's increased cost and slowed things down. In fact, 77% of those, according to IDC, surveyed using a multi-cloud approach have said that they've brought some of their applications back on-prem. Now, it's not to say that cloud isn't working, it is, but that some workloads are better suited to be on-prem versus cloud. Now, the Dell Cloud Technologies is focused on a hybrid cloud, multi-cloud approach, and it's made up of three key tenets that are important. Tenet number one is to maintain control and autonomy. Second tenet is to accelerate innovation. And the third, cloud economics. Cost. So let's have a quick look at a typical hybrid cloud environment. Start off here with the lifeblood of any organization, your data, your apps. Apps. Okay. Over here, cloud number one, this is going to be your private cloud, let's say. Operationally, this is run through your data center or your edge. Your second public cloud, let's say this is AWS, one of the more popular ones, and this one over here, Microsoft Azure. Software required now to run this on-prem cloud. Private cloud is custom, so VMware Hyper-V. Over here, the software required to run your AWS cloud, AWS console, or EC2CM. If you're using AWS, you're probably very familiar with that. And over here under the Azure cloud, public cloud, you've got Hyper-V. Now, the hardware required. If I've done my job well, Dell EMC. Your data center. Over here, you're using Amazon's hardware, and over here, you've got Microsoft's hardware. So as you can see, we've created three separate silos here, three separate clouds. One of the most important aspects of your cloud is your ability to provide the services when you need them, where you need them. Be able to burst them out and bring them back. Applications would need and absolutely need to talk to each other within the three, or in this case, three separate clouds. Now, this is where the complexity hits. The applications need to be compatible and sometimes configured in order to work properly in each of these clouds. In fact, so many of our customers are spending so much time trying to get these applications to work in these different environments. We're calling this an app tax. Configuring them so that they work either on your private or your public clouds. Now, this is just three different cloud versions. There's literally 4,400 cloud providers out there, and each one of these providers requires compatibility between these softwares or these apps to be able to function properly and to be secure, yada yada, right? So this is what's slowing things down. Now, suppose you can avoid that. The Dell Cloud technology, powered by VMware, is called Dell Cloud Foundations. This sits in between all of your clouds and allows you to pivot back and forth without having to configure all of these different applications to work on these individual clouds. You maintain control because you get to pick which cloud you want to leverage, which one works best for your environment. You're not bound by one or the other. It allows you to innovate. You're no longer spending time on this app tax. You're delivering the services that you need to do as quick as you need to do them, and you save a ton of money. In fact, we've seen a 40% TCO recovery having VMware Cloud Foundations in their environment and allowing them to burst back and forth, pivot quickly between the different clouds. One thing to keep in mind, cloud is not a destination. It's a journey, and it should be leveraged where it makes sense and where it doesn't. Here at Dell Technologies, we can help talk to you specifically about your environments, how to get you to a place where you can leverage it efficiently, economically, and manage it properly. Love to come in and talk to you about what we do and how we do it, and talk a little bit more about your environment. So please let us know if we can help. Thanks.